Have you ever reached for a light switch and flicked it without a moment's thought about what happens next? You may not have realized it, but you just made something truly magical happen. You turned on the lights and powered all the electronics around you with an invisible force that has unlocked so many wonders for our world. Electricity seems almost like magic, but it's really just electrons jumping from one atom to another. In this series, we'll uncover the hidden magic inside all of us, the incredible power of electrons. Welcome to the series. Now, before we get into the full magic of electrons, let's take a second to talk about the basics. What is electricity? Well, it's really just the flow of these tiny particles called electrons. But where do electrons come from? Electrons are one of the three subatomic particles found in all atoms. They're the smallest unit of an element that still acts like that element. For example, if you were to remove all the electrons from oxygen atoms, they would no longer act like oxygen. They'd become something completely different. Electrons are negatively charged particles that whiz around the nucleus of an atom, which is made up of positively charged protons and neutral neutrons. Atoms can share or transfer electrons, and when they do, they form what's known as a chemical bond. And guess what? All living things are held together by these types of bonds. But how does this relate to electricity? Well, when an electron leaves one atom and jumps to another, it creates an electric current. Think of it like a game of hot potato. If I toss a potato to you, it's just sitting there. But if I start bouncing it toward you really fast, it's a whole different story. Suddenly, that potato has potential energy. It could knock you off balance if you don't catch it just right. Electrons are kind of like that potato. When they're moving from one place to another really fast, they have energy. And this energy is what powers everything from your cell phone to your refrigerator. But wait, there's more. Everything around us is made of atoms, and atoms are constantly moving and vibrating. This means that electrons are always on the move, jumping from one atom to the next, creating an electric current. In fact, even the air we breathe has an electric current coursing through it. But why don't we usually notice this current? That's because it's balanced. See, electric currents come in pairs. There's a positive side and a negative side. Normally, these two sides are balanced out, so there's no overall electric current. However, sometimes this balance can be broken. For example, when lightning strikes, it's because there's a buildup of electric charge in the clouds. When the charge becomes too great, the electrons jump from one cloud to another, creating a massive electric current and a whole lot of light. Another great example of unbalanced charges creating crazy electricity is in lightning bugs. These little creatures have special cells in their abdomens that can generate an electric current. This helps them do some pretty amazing things like find food and communicate with each other. But perhaps the most important thing an electric current does is help us understand the world around us. When we use devices like voltmeters and ammeters, we can measure the strength and flow of electric currents. This gives us a way to study the world at a subatomic level and discover the building blocks of matter. It also helps us develop new technologies like solar cells, batteries, and electric motors. All of these inventions rely on the flow of electrons to do amazing things. So the next time you flip a light switch, take a second to appreciate the hidden magic inside all of us, the incredible power of electrons. We've only scratched the surface here, but we hope we've sparked your curiosity and made you see the world around you in a whole new light. Join us next time as we dive deeper into the quantum realm and uncover more of the amazing science that makes our world go round. Electricity is all around us, but how much do you really know about it? Test your knowledge with this quiz. How does electricity work? Take the quiz to find out.